Okay, so today we're working on the pressure tank. This here was the pitless adapter, which was on the side of the well, and you can pretty much see the hose clamps were gone. It's all corroded. I took it apart. I basically had to beat the thing to get it off there. It wasn't coming, and of course the seal, it's trashed. Oh, here, the seal, it's trashed. So anyway, that was 23, 24 years old. And then we come to the pressure tank. The same with it. It's the same age. So the pressure switch is shutting off too early. It's a brand new pressure switch. And a lot of times what's happened is this riser piece right here gets filled with garbage and it affects when the pressure switch shuts off. A little disappointed. This isn't an expensive model, but still. Got a galvanized fitting on the bottom. That's wrong. So anyway, I've got all new parts and pieces. We're going to stick all this stuff in, and this should resolve any issue we have. We went from a 1/2 horsepower pump to a 3/4. It really kicks in right now. So I want this thing to be, it's time. Everything's 20 years old. Life expectancy is 15 years old. So we're going to do this right and get it all in, and I'll have a video showing the install here a little later. So just a little side note, I wasn't going to put a pressure relief valve in here. Instead, I was going to go with a plug that I got at Lowe's. However, yeah, Chinese specs have a lot to be desired. And I don't think no amount of Teflon tape and thread sealer is going to fix that. So anyway, we're putting a pressure valve in there, and pressure relief valve instead of this thing. All right, well, there we go. I've got her all together. So tomorrow I'll shut off all the water, drain everything, and we're going to reinstall this. So anyway, till tomorrow. Okay, so today we are going to replace this pressure tank and all the connections. This is a 20-gallon tank. A 20-gallon tank should hold about 5.4 to 6 gallons of water. You can see from the condensation mark, this is about where it's at. That's not even close. It should hold about 1/3. It should be up here. So this is 20 years old, or so. What, 15? And it's been abandoned, blah, 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 and it's probably filled with silt. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, replace everything, and we're starting fresh with everything. So anyway, let's get on with it. So you might ask, what's wrong with galvanized steel? Well, there you go. Now this was kind of in the dirt and stuff, so we're going to prop this up, the new one, up on some bricks and make it level. But this is why you don't use galvanized steel with water. Okay, so we've got this all installed now. I filled up the tank. It's 40-60 pressure switch, so we've got 38 psi inside of here. And you see here? So it's about what it's supposed to be. That's holding about 5 gallons now. So anyway, I went ahead and, this is our filter. It's an automatic filter. I can set it, this is set on 12 days. I can set it for once every day. I can set it for, 15, 30, and 90 seconds. And this is a 100 micron filter into a 50 micron into a 20. And before I had a bucket, so now I'm going to set it up so it's all automatic. And it'll all drain outside. So anyway, we're going to turn this on and see how it all works. Okay, so here we go. Made in China, made in Mexico. It was still shutting off prematurely. So I went ahead and got rid of this pressure switch that I put in just 6 months ago. And this is the problem. It was silt, or it just got rusted or whatever in there. You can't see it right now. But anyway, this one right here is supposed to be much better. It's made in Mexico. So here you go. And you can also see this pressure tank now. You can clearly see where I've drawn a line here. And this is where our water is at now. So you can totally see it's about a third filled. That old pressure tank only filled up to right here. So anyway, I've tested everything out. We've got everything's new. We've got a new well pump, a semi-new well pump. We've got new fittings. I've even got a new meter. Everything. So anyway, talking with one of the plumbing guys, he said, yeah, the silt really fills these things up fast. So maybe all we're going to get out of these is 6 months. I don't know. I'll tear it apart. There's just a cheap diaphragm in there, but this is made in China, so we got one made in Mexico. So anyway, she's up and running. Everything works good. I've checked out my filter here. I set it up to go off every day for 90 minutes. And it vents directly outside. So that should clear all the major silt out of the 100 micron filter. And then, of course, the 50 and the 20 I'm probably going to have to change every week. But let's give that a go and we'll see how it goes.